another year, another SmackDown game. No, wait a minute, this isn't quite a SmackDown game. No, apparently our good old buddies at THQ have finally gotten rid of the SmackDown vs. Raw title. You know, I think it's about damn time too. Instead of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2012, the title has now been shortened down to just WWE 12. Which is not bad. I mean, it's not a mouthful like saying SmackDown vs. Raw 2000 and whatever all the time. And you know, you don't need to shorten it down to SVR because it's already quite short. The name WWE 12 is very direct and straightforward, although it is a little boring, perhaps even bland. Obviously, it's not as cool as saying WWE Know Your Role or Here Comes the Pain. But hey, now I'm just nitpicking. This game was released in late November, which is almost a month later than when SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 was released, but that's okay. Now, it was developed by Ukes and published by THQ, so no surprises there. Although this game was only released for the modern consoles, which there is only 3 of them, that being the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii. Now I've been following at the real Corey Ledesma on Twitter throughout the year to help keep informed of this game as it was developing. Now apparently his reason for not including the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation Portable version is simply that they needed to move on. It also means that they could spend more time developing the game for the PlayStation 3 and 360 and Wii version, and thus making it better, right? Right? So, enough babbling, let's just play this bitch. Actually, it does load up the way that it used to load up, and that being with a video introduction that uses actual WWE footage. I don't know about you, but I'm personally glad to see this kind of introduction again. As for the introduction itself, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not overly amazing, but it's pretty cool. Now, you have a number of choices in the options menu, including one called Title Settings, in which you can select who you want to have as champion for any belt, just like that. So you know what, the background music actually seems like proper background music, which is cool. One-on-one gameplay time. Here's a character selection screen. Did that sound cool or what? No? Okay. As you may see, this looks pretty similar to last year's. It kinda looks like the selection screen on the 90s fighting games, such as Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, etc. Oh yeah, you're not gonna believe this, but I chose Triple H. Yeah, but you didn't see that coming. The entrances! As usual, they look pretty good, but I'm not too sure what is up with the location graphic in the corner. I thought they only showed that for the beginning of an episode when the camera is panning around the arena. But you know, whatever. I chose Kane to be the Undertaker's manager, and Kane is there watching Undertaker do his entrance. This is great and all, but I really don't understand why he's acting like a goddamn diva. But seriously, these graphics are looking really nice. Now to the actual gameplay. It is very easy to learn the controls from the very get-go. You recently had a bar in 2011 underneath themselves, or like a little halo thing, but now there is no bar or anything on the screen. They really tried to hone in on the realism look. Although you do have little indicators that pop up, telling you what to do at the right time, but you can turn them off if you want. Oh yeah, I found the reversal to be a bit finicky, but it wasn't too bad. Anyway, overall the controls are very easy. The CPU manager was annoying as hell though. Bloody hell, even at the very beginning of the match, Kane is already on the ropes. Hell, he's even standing near the turnbuckle as if he's a tag team partner. Get the hell off! Ref, DQ, or send his ass back, just do something! If I had known Kane would be this bad, I would have never chosen him as a manager for The Undertaker. Because of Kane, there was no obvious way to pin The Undertaker. I tried beating Kane up, but this game has a problem with wrestlers staying down, it seems. For instance, I hit the spine buster on Undertaker and followed it up with a very dramatic pedigree. Pedigree, the game didn't do a damn thing. I mean, even when I was Tombstone, I managed to trip up The Undertaker and pin him instead after being tombstoned.
Look at this!
The commentary is good, but it can be kind of stupid. For instance, Kane interferes, and for some reason that makes me the bully, according to Michael Cole.
Hey, keep your hands to yourself.
Kane actually does get into the back. I didn't notice that because I was being pinned, in which you don't just mash the buttons to try and kick out, at least not after a certain point where you get worn down. Now you have to hold X and release it on the blue space right here. I had no idea yet to do this. Having just 3 seconds, it didn't really give me enough time to process it. I don't really know if this resiliency does, but if I was a better reviewer, I probably would have taken the time to figure it out. damn it, Kane, you may be a manager, but you're not part of the damn match. Ah, screw this. Let's just check out the road to WrestleMania. Hopefully this should be interesting. Oh yeah, we start with Cena. Great. You walk around backstage as Cena, but you can't run. No. You see Sheamus, but you can't interact with him, so you make your way to the ring to face The Undertaker, but then you get attacked by Sheamus. And now you are Sheamus. Okay? You beat up Cena at the entrance, and you have to push triangle when it says so, just to watch another cutscene. Now this is basically how Road to WrestleMania works. You fight, and then you watch a cutscene. You fight, and watch a cutscene, and so forth. You just keep going on and on like that, kind of like Metal Gear Solid 4. Now this particular style is okay, it's just that the story and the cutscenes are really quite uninteresting. Now I wasn't intrigued from the beginning. The only reason why I keep playing was just hoping that this Road to WrestleMania will become more interesting. I don't want to give anything away, so I'm just going to say overall, Road to WrestleMania is just boring and disappointing this year. I'm sure that there are some people who think that Road to WrestleMania is great, and if you do, then that's, great. Universe mode. You know, I've never really talked about this kind of mode before. I don't know if I did in 2011, probably not. Anyway, I'm sure you know, it's an entire schedule of shows with matches that you can control. As in, you can interfere or choose which superstar you want to be for that particular match, etc. And each decision you make affects the future of that universe mode. That's basically how it works. This is also where you can unlock many things and see particular cutscenes that you can't see anywhere else in the game. I've never been particularly a big fan of universe mode, but a lot of people seem to like it, so I guess THQ are doing something right. It is pretty cool to see Brock Lesnar, but the F5 doesn't really look as good as it does in Here Comes the Pain. It's not just the F5, but there are a lot of moves in this game that just don't look particularly good. What else can we do? Oh yeah, creating stuff. Now there isn't really much to say about the creative wrestler. It's pretty much the same as ever, which isn't a bad thing. It's pretty much the same for creative finisher as well. It's all the same basically. Now what I actually did like was the creative story mode. It has much more to offer than last year's, that's for sure. It even has a tutorial, which is cool. It even has a green room, which I found pretty intriguing.
What the hell are you doing here?
This is my room, you idiot! But what I should really talk about is this game's Create an Arena, since it was very hyped. Let's see what it's like. You know, it's not bad. It has a lot of designs and letters and words to choose from, and you can customize and put those words, designs, and letters anywhere you want, pretty much. You can change the color of most things, which is nice, and you can definitely have a lot of fun with this. But you know what? Personally, I felt as if this mode was leaning more towards customize as opposed to create an arena. But that's just my opinion though. This is the first attempt for these games after all. Hopefully it will get better in future wrestling games. I don't know, overall WWE 12 has a lot of improvements such as a new look, and it is very customizable, and it has a good roster too. And the gameplay is more easy to use, and is a lot more fun, and the graphics look amazing. The bad has been the Road to WrestleMania and the odd commentary at times, and the fact that some of the moves don't really look that great. This game had very mixed reviews from the major reviewers. Some of them say it's the best wrestling game ever, and some of them say it was the worst wrestling game ever. As for me, I'm sort of in the middle with this game. This game, albeit is an improvement, it just didn't really live up to that hype surrounding it. Maybe a part of that is my fault for keeping tabs on the hype, but this game got its own fucking mug! It doesn't get any better than that. So I'm gonna unfollow at Real Corey Ledesma, and if THQ ever decides to make WWE 13, I'm gonna bury my head in the sand until it's released. Yeah, anyway, screw the ratings, just comment and subscribe. Until next time, whenever that may be.